Donnette, Logan here with High School Sports Weekly at Oak Mountain. Coach Tyler Crane, first, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking some time out to chat with me in High School Sports Weekly. We kind of wanted to get to know you a little bit and kind of get to know what your expectations were for the program.
Okay.
So I want to start, you're a new face, but not really at Oak Mountain. You coached underneath Chris Bell. Mm-hmm. What did you learn from him that you probably implement today in the way you coach?
Coach Bell was very organized. I think a lot of the things that I use today and things that I tried to put into my program came from him. Just how, everything was laid out. Coaches knew what was going on. I always want everybody to know what's going to happen before we ever get there. So I definitely took that from him.
You mentioned people knowing things, and as I was kind of getting to know you before the interview, I know you have parents calling you and emailing you, and you're answering no matter when it is.
Right.
Is that what you want, to have that accessibility to you?
A lot of times, if I do get an email or if I do get a phone call and stuff, I'm always going to respond quickly because, one, if I don't, I'm going to forget. So I want to make sure that, there's that open line of communication, but, to the point where it's not driving me nuts. But my parents have been amazing. They've done everything that I've asked them and more so they've been great.
That's always, I think they were welcome to see you here, and they saw a new, young face. You're 33.
Yes, ma'am.
Some people may think that's a little young to be a head coach, but your coaching journey started at a younger age.
Right.
Talk about what that path was getting you here.
It's been exciting. I've moved, I feel like 10 times in 8 years. So, but
that's the coach's life.
It is. But every move has been an advancement, I feel like, and I've learned a lot at every place that I've been, and I think that's kind of helped me learn in different ways to do different things.
You're coming here now to 7A Region 3, which I know you came from Central Phoenix, and we know they're a powerhouse as well. But now you're going to be facing schools like Hewitt and Thompson and Hoover that are in this region. Let's talk about that a little bit and that mindset going into those games. Do you look at those as a different game than you do the rest of your season?
No, I mean, they have to put their pads on just like we do. So, we're going to do what we are supposed to do. We're going to prepare the way that we need to prepare. All those programs are very good, and they've had a lot of success. And, my goal is to try to get us to that same level. So I welcome it as a challenge. I don't look at it as a negative or anything. I think it's positive. I mean, you could go a lot of different places and play certain teams, but why wouldn't you just want to go play the best? So.
And you mentioned getting your program there, and you've already done things to kind of put you guys more on the map. You brought in Godspeed for training. You brought in someone to help with social media. Talk about those two partnerships that you guys now have.
I think, the big thing for us is, we want to stand out. And, Pure Game has done a lot with our social media and stuff like that. And Godspeed, they're one of the best around here, and I wanted our coaches to coach. So having them come in, we were still around them and doing things like that, but at the end of the day, I know what I'm getting with them, and I know what my coaches are doing. So having both of those things has really made an impact in our community a lot already.
You mentioned the social media side that they're doing for you, and I know recruiting has turned more to social media. Do you think that's important for you guys to put that out in that size, or just about, hey, come watch us play on Friday night?
I think it's a little bit of both. I mean, you want the middle school kids and the youth league kids and even the kids in the school that should be playing. You want them to see the things that we're trying to change and trying to do that puts us right there with everybody else. So, at the end of the day, you can't say it's recruiting, but you really are recruiting the hallways all day.
Yeah.
So,
and it's not just you recruiting, but also I think the kids being recruited by colleges.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, they see all these kids, these 4- and 5-star kids putting things up. They want to be right there with them. So, give them what they want. Yeah,
you mentioned recruiting. I don't want to talk a lot about your team because it's just too early.
Right.
But you have one player that stands out, and that's Evan. What's it like coaching him when you know he's getting so many eyes on him at one time?
If you knew Evan Smith, you would know that he's just like any other kid. He doesn't, if you walked up and talked to him today, you wouldn't know that he's being recruited, and he doesn't publicize it and that kind of thing, but he's different. I mean, he's a ball player, and he's going to do everything that you ask, but he's an amazing teammate. I think that's the one thing that stands out about Evan. He's an amazing teammate. He's going to do what he needs to do for his team to be successful.
When you've got a kid like Evan on your team that's getting so much attention and people are wanting to call and come see him, is that a distraction?
Not at all, because that gets people here to see our other kids. I think a lot of people maybe forget about Old Mountain when they're driving around from other schools, but I promise you, we've got some really good athletes here, not just Evan, but we have some other kids that can actually play really well. So the more they come watch him, the more they get to see everybody else. So, it helps our program more than it does anything.
So I want to ask you this, and we'll kind of wrap up with this, because people are getting to know you. What do you want the alumni or the parents or just anyone that's an Oak Mountain fan to know about Coach Tyler Crane?
I'm going to work harder than anybody else out there. I'm going to do whatever I can to help this team be successful and this program be successful, and that's not just football. That's baseball, basketball, soccer, whatever I need to do to help our school, our community, and our program, take the next step. That's what I'm going to do.
Awesome, Coach. Thank you so much.
Thank you.